Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at the Crypto Blitz, your one-stop shop for everything related to cryptocurrency. It is hump day, which indicates that we have reached the halfway point of the week. The 28th of February has arrived, and I couldn't be more thrilled because there is only one more day left till March. In light of the fact that we are moving closer and closer to an XRP takeoff and Bitcoin's pre-halving top before the market corrects, I can't wait until March because that is when money is going to go. We are going to have a conversation about the impending major crash. I'm not going to lie, the things that Sam Bankman-Fried is doing while he's incarcerated are really entertaining. You might find yourself laughing. Following that, we will discuss the rise of Bitcoin, and in the end, we will have a look at the price chart of XRP to determine where we are currently and where we want to be in the future. Now, without further ado, take a seat and take pleasure in the performance. At the moment, the value of one Bitcoin is $59,000, which is 4.47% higher than it was 24 hours ago. The current value of Ethereum is $3,302. There's been a 1.48% raise. There is a return to the situation in which USDT and USDC were tied to the dollar. It is exactly how we would like to see them. Over the course of the past 24 hours, the value of XRP has increased by 2.95% or 58 cents. The hourly chart showed a little bit of red, but you shouldn't be concerned because it's going to turn negative. Just now, the total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies went from red to green, reaching a value of $2.216 trillion. You should keep in mind that the previous all-time high was $2.7 trillion. We are only $500 billion away from reaching that level, and that is before we have. It is a little bit terrifying, isn't it? What are the most likely outcomes for this market when it comes to the monthly closure of Bitcoin? But as they mentioned in the video that was uploaded last night, I am absolutely certain that Bitcoin will not finish the month below 48.5 and that the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies will not finish below 2 trillion. Yesterday evening, this forecast was made public. Bitcoin is going to move after basic 61 to 62,000 in the next step. That, in my opinion, will be the pinnacle of everything. After we have reached that amount, we will be able to take a break and look at the charts once more. At a price of $61,000 to $62,000, Bitcoin will reach a point where money will begin to flow out of Bitcoin and into alternative cryptocurrencies. At this time, we shall reach the pinnacle of our speculation. At that time, what things can we expect to see in the markets? What you are thinking is probably something along the lines of, "Right, we've heard this before, you sound like a broken record." On the other hand, correction will be made for anyone who is new to the channel or who is watching this video before Bitcoin goes down. With what depth will it be? Maybe 40,000 Bitcoins. If we fall down below 48.5 Bitcoins, I highly doubt it. Being completely honest, we are not going to witness a Bitcoin for $3,000 or a Bitcoin worth $10,000. The cycle has not yet come to an end, rather, it is just beginning. The presence of a sign that indicates a highly optimistic outlook leads me to believe that my objectives of achieving a market valuation of between $4 and $7 trillion for all cryptocurrencies will be accomplished on the higher end of that range. The greater the amount of money that is invested in cryptocurrency, the more money will be invested in the coin that you want. Altcoin coin, as people scream and kick as the bullseye goes over and their shit currency don't make it to its all-time high, Bitcoin will run after the correction. Bitcoin will run after the correction. I am already aware of the photo, the tweets, and the cruel direct messages that are going to be communicated to me in the comments section of YouTube. After making that adjustment, it is not yet over. Keep in mind that Bitcoin's price recovers following a drop in value. Then we go up and see the $100,000 Bitcoin, how it's going to play out. XRP will get to that in the second Lux lines. If we get that deep of a dive, say that fast 45, I don't believe we break below it again, and then we go up and see that. Because XRP is distributed to all holders at the end of the month on March 1st, your time is running out because it is being paid out. Today, I had an incredible presentation in front of a group of venture capitalists who are enthusiastic about the project and what I am doing at Lux lines. I am not sure what you are doing, but I just had an excellent pitch yesterday. People adore me in my social media accounts. Someone can say I'm a social media rock star and they take pleasure in doing so. They also enjoy the division. They like where it is headed. They like how individuals who help others are getting rewarded. They like the metaverse and companies. They would like the breeding lab. They like the forthcoming pack openings, and they love that we have our own minting site. All of these things are things that they like. Where is the lack of love? Moreover, it is still continuing strong after 18 months with monthly releases of XRP and, if my calculations are accurate, a return to investors of about 300,000 USD for simply holding the money. James governed the digital chamber while advocating for the rights of cryptocurrency. They urged the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to stop attempting to regulate the digital asset business without having legislative authority by filing an amicus curiae brief with the SEC. The exact thing that we require is this. Ripple was the one who began this whole chain reaction. If they had simply paid the fee and listened to the BS that the SEC was saying, we wouldn't have these other companies fighting back. Ripple, on the other hand, has raised the threshold to such an extent that other organizations, firms, and entities are now assisting in that endeavor. The fantastic cash out is just now being released to the public. It was John D. Dozo's Black, Leon this month, Jamie Dimon, and the Walton family have collectively sold a total of $11 billion worth of business stock. It's a billion with a B in there. How do they know things that we do not know? Considering that those who fail to reach these high levels always appear to know something and get the wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I feel that this is the question that you ought to ask yourself. It is because they believe that the stock market is poised to crash that they are selling their holdings. It is imperative that you maintain a close check on this particular matter. Simply keep an eye on the markets that are now available. Have you heard of the bull cycle? The stock market has both highs and lows. When there is a decline in the stock market, cryptocurrency prices also fall. Just so you know, Sam Baker-Fried makes use of his time behind bars to promote the Solana coins to the security personnel. At least he is putting his time to use in order to assist in the education of others, right? First and foremost, I am curious as to who is receiving this information. Even though it's humorous, you need to find something to do in order to pass the time. My point is that this individual went from being at the top of the world to being at the bottom of the world. The fact that all of these renowned people are living in penthouses in the Bahamas next to a small jail bunk, I'm not sure if he's in the top or bottom bunk, has completely destroyed his life. On the other hand, if you are an honest actor, your life is over regardless of how much money you have in the world. It's as simple as that. If you intentionally do anything wrong, it will eventually come back to haunt you. After the Bitcoin price increased by 40% in just 4 weeks, cryptocurrency traders are taking precautions to safeguard themselves against the possibility of a correction. Traders have begun purchasing puts in order to protect themselves against the chance of this happening, according to the data on options. In that regard, we had a conversation. A friend of mine sent me a text message the day before yesterday in which they said, it's time to sell blockchain. I explained to them, listen, I set the goals at 61, 62,000 if you really want to get cute, if you want to ride.